Hi, I'm Nick Bonner for TreeStuff.com, and today we're looking at the Buckingham Throttle, and we've got it outside and on rope. Let's take a look at how it works. I'm set up here in MRS configuration, or DRT. The Buck Throttle also works in SRS, and we'll take a look at that in just a minute. It works how you would expect it to. You're going to 10 slack from underneath. It's going to catch with almost no sit back, and when you want to go down, and you're able to pull down on the bird for a nice, smooth, controlled descent. The throttle is going to work whether you want to use a foot ascender or foot lock underneath it. When you do foot lock or use a foot ascender, you'll notice that it's going to self-tend automatically, and that because it catches so quickly, there's no sit back. You can see that all of that motion that I'm taking is being retained. And then again, when it's time to come down, it's very easy to descend smoothly with one hand. Generally, when you're descending, you want to have a second hand on the brake hand of the rope. That's going to make it even smoother. Let's take a look at how the Buckingham Throttle works in SRS configuration. So you can imagine that I'm lanyarded in at the top of the tree here. I've repositioned my rope somehow. And now here we are. We're not quite set yet. We still need to switch the throttle into SRS configuration, which is done without tools. Press the button to open the device. Look at the back here, there's a little push button. You're gonna push that button in and switch it down into SRS. Make sure it clicks in there, and then just go ahead and close the device. Now, you've adjusted the lower friction, so the Buckingham Throttle is gonna have more friction and is gonna help you when you want to climb or descend in SRS. So again, it's going to 10 slack exactly how you expect it to. And you can see I don't have a foot ascender or a knee ascender with me today. I'm not using a chest harness, so I manually advanced the throttle here. And now when I want to come down, again, one-handed, simple controlled descent from suspension. When you think about things like limb walking, for example, to pay out slack on a limb walk is very easy. Even with your weight in the rope, you're going to be able to simply control and pay out slack, and at any moment, there's no sit back, which is something that we really like and we look for in these style of devices. Let's take a look at how it performs on some other ropes. We've got it on the Sterling Bigups here. We'll go ahead and take it off the rope. So just disconnect the bottom section here and then disconnect the top. Now I'm going to admit, this is not the easiest thing to get the rope in and out of. You can sit here and yank on it and it's like why won't it come out? I just don't get it, right? Like I'm like straining to get the rope out. It's not that hard, y'all, okay? It just takes a little technique, right? You have to push the rope in with your thumb and you have to pull the rope out. It is very simple if you do it correctly. If you do it wrong, like if you sit here and try to like wedge this rope in from the bottom, man, you can hear me getting short of breath just trying to like fight with this thing. It's embarrassing. But if you put it on correctly, it's very easy to get on and it's very easy to get off. Let's take a look at it with a different rope. Where are we here? I tied these behind the other rope, sorry. All right. Hopefully Kale fast forwards us through that part and you don't have to watch all that in real time. But here we are with the Notch Dragon. We'll go ahead and put that on. This is a much skinnier rope. You can see how easily that went on. Put my foot on there. How easy that one comes off. Just slides right on. We'll go ahead, lock that shut. See how this detent opens, and then when you push it, it just automatically locks. That's really cool. We'll go ahead, we'll snake this behind the friction bollard and in front of the rope path. Make sure we're closed. And then again, we're off to the races. This is an 11 millimeter static line, which is a big cry different than this over 12 millimeter double braid that I just used. Stand up, hand advance, and then spin around for you here. When it's time to descend, again, one-handed. You note that I didn't adjust the device, and I'm able to just ease it off and come right into descent. You want to pick up some speed, you want to do a longer descent, I obviously always recommend a hand on the brake side of the rope, but you see here with an 11mm rope, we're able to go up 10 slack smoothly, pay slack out. Works really well. Let's take a look at it on this 11.7mm Banshee. Cool thing about this device is if you want to, you can actually connect to a new rope and leave it on your carabiner the entire time. Just go ahead and push that Banshee in, close the top, turn this around so I don't get confused. Behind and front and shut. Nice and easy. Again, we're in that SRS mode with the Banshee here. See how many more single line footlocks I have in me today before my fitness gives out. Stand up, self advance, spin around for you, and then we can see here, again, one-handed descent. I'll admit, I did not like it on this Banshee as much as I liked it on these two ropes. I feel like these were both a better mix than the Banshee, but you see it does work up and down on all three of these very different ropes. We've got the Buckingham Throttle, which is, I want to say, really the first SRS device of its kind that also switches into MRS so easily. If you go back to the beginning of the video, you saw how we did MRS on this Sterling Bigups here. That was a great choice, worked really well. You can get the Buckingham Throttle at TreeStuff.com today. Thanks so much for watching.